Good morning. My name is K. Daniels, and I'm pleased to be with us this morning on our youthful and useful impact series that will be coming to us every Tuesdays and Thursdays by the grace of God. And this time around, we'll be looking at certain issues or certain things that has to do with young people. Our ministry, the Elohim Christian Center for Creative Youth International, is primarily a youth ministry. Our passion is to raise a new breed of youths that will culminate in leaders and entrepreneurs in our society. You know, helping young people to translate whatever they've learned in church into practical usage in the world. I like to start this series with this, you know, um, mystery I grabbed from scriptures, and that has to do with the life of Moses and the life of Joshua. And so that to give you an understanding of why we say youthful and useful. Moses was given a rod for signs and a rod for wonders. So he was given a rod for signs and for wonders. He was doing things that only God Almighty could, as it were, interpret, could, as it were, generate. So all he was doing was standing as a front for God. God used him to do so many things that he himself could not really understand and appreciate. Everything that happened with him was as God wanted it. Absolutely. And it was easy for him to make certain errors that, stopped him from accessing the kingdom. But when it was time to get into Canaan, which in our context, the kingdom, something happened. God gave the mandate to Joshua. But instead of giving him a rod, instead of Moses transmitting the rod to Joshua, what was given to Joshua was a book. And in that book, Joshua chapter 1, verse 8, he said, "This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth. You shall meditate upon it day and night." Why? So that thou can make your way prosperous and you can have good success. So the success of man is as generated by the book he or she has access to. So as you connect with books, you develop understanding. The rod grew the faith of Moses. The book deepened the understanding of Joshua. And if you must take over the kingdom, if you must access the kingdom, you need both faith and wisdom. And both faith and understanding. Faith generates the power. Understanding creates the wisdom. And if you look at Jesus, is the wisdom, the power, and the wisdom of God. So if you must operate profitably in life, if you must be successful at what you do, you need this combination of faith and understanding. And Daniel said, "I understood by books." And that is why we're going to be doing a lot of soul searching. We're going to do some creative findings. We're going to try and empower ourselves in some dimensions that I want to believe will inspire every youth that will be joining this session every Tuesday and Thursday. But today, we are going to be looking at something I have captioned unleashing the speaker in you. So we're going to be having some public speaking class. We're going to be looking at the things that make for, creative speaking. And I started my, speaking publicly in 2000, the year 2000, and it was not an easy ride anyway. It was not an easy ride, I must tell you. It was not an easy ride, and God has been very, merciful. And by the grace of God, I have moved, you know, gradually along the line. I'm not where I'm supposed to be, but I'm pushing. I'm not attained, but I'm striving to get better by the day. And those are the things that we believe in God. That God will give us an understanding of. So one of the key skills one must develop in our quest for impact is that of public speaking. We have to develop our public speaking skills. We have to develop our public speaking skills. I see public speaking as an act that helps us project whatever it is that we carry inside. All your research, all your findings, all your explorations, everything that you have been capturing, you give them expression when you develop the art of public speaking. The art of public speaking. Your self mastery is projected with public speaking. Your expression is what leads to your extension. So your ability to extend what you possess is a function of public speaking in public. Ability to express ourselves. So if you are loaded, it is very true that you'll be needed. But your being needed is a function of you being able to express the things you carry. Being able to express the things that you carry. And one way to express what you are loaded with is through public speaking. Public speaking. When you perfect the art of public speaking, it can serve as an income generator for you. Just like Peter opened the mouth of the fish and there was a coin in it. I tell you the truth, there's a coin in your mouth. You can make much when you know how to express the great things that are loaded within you. When you perfect the art of public speaking, it can serve as an income generator. I said that again. But there are many who would rather die than open their mouth to speak in public. Many die in silence, not being able to express themselves publicly. So they engage in murmuring, they engage in backbiting, they engage in grumbling. So it is more effective. You become more productive when you are able to express yourself in public. Yet, the thing that would command wealth and prosperity is in your belly. But you are craving for expression, but you are not ready to express it through public speaking. The ears that hears you have a way of recommending you. The ears that hear you, that hear what you have to say, have a way of recommending you. People speak about you in great places when they hear you. Because everyone is looking for someone that carries something and is willing to express it. Nobody would have known Jesus existed if he never expressed it. Check every man of impact. They are men of expression. They extend themselves through public speaking. They must. Public speaking is key. Public speaking is crucial. It's vital. So there is so much deposited in you. There is so much deposited in you and me. And people out there are in search of these things. People want to hear something. And I tell you, one thing that I found out about public speaking is that you don't have to do all the panache and all the, just be understandable. People want someone to show them something in a manner that they be able to what? Understand. You don't need to speak like the public speaker in the United States, because the people within the United States, they tend to understand their fast speech. So I don't have to be fast to be heard. The most important thing is that you must understand your audience. You must have a good understanding of the people you are speaking to, because they must be able to grab what you are saying. And the truth is that people will pay to gain another dimension of understanding through you. So don't be shy in releasing the deposits of God in you. Don't be shy. Because there is so much in you and me. So much in you and me. There's so much in you and me. And you need to activate the speaker in you for those things to come alive. Interestingly, when you ask people why they are afraid of speaking in public, a good number cannot really pinpoint what really scares them. A good number can't really pinpoint that this is what scares me about public speaking. And I came to find out that I discovered, through observation and research, that there's a similarity, a great similarity between love and stage fright. That is how you feel when you fall in love. It's very similar to how you feel when you develop this feeling or this strange feeling called stage fright. Very simple. It's very strange, but it's true. Because let's consider it. The following come. This is what you feel when you, in quotes, you are romantic or emotional, moved by maybe the opposite sex. One, you feel butterfly feelings in your tongue, in your stomach. Butterfly feelings. You have these butterfly feelings in your stomach. You have this pounding in your heart. Pounding, you pound. There's the pounding in your heart. There's this wobbling feet. Your feet begins to wobble. You begin to sweat. The sign of anxiety. You begin to sweat in your palms. And sometimes you have dryness in your mouth. This has started because you just wonder, what will I say to her? How will I act when she shows up? That is a sign, is a sign of romantic attraction or emotional attraction to someone. And these are the same things you feel when you're about to take the stage to speak in public. They're similar. But the truth is that they are great signs that you're a potential speaker. In my own opinion, it's a great sign. So these so-called negative feelings, if they are positive signs of attraction, then they should also be wired to help us maximize our speaking, endeavors. If this is so, there's no need to, perceive these things as negative signs when it comes to help us develop the art of speaking in public. It helps us. All we just need is to change our perspective. All we need is to change our attitude. We should look at our attitude and reevaluate our attitude. Like I used to say, attitude is not just what you see, it is how you see what you see. Attitude is how you see what you see. It's not what you see actually. It is how you see what you see. It's true. Stage fright, which is also called performance anxiety, is simply the nervousness felt at the prospect of performing in front of an audience, whether it's physical, whether it's virtual, like what I'm doing now, or potential. So I believe personally that it's not a bad feeling at all. It's not a bad feeling because it's actually a feeling we need to tweak, just tweak it. So as a matter of reality, and this is true, all great speakers or communicators or presenters have learned to befriend this feeling, because without it, speeches and performances are likely to be lacking strong features or characteristics, and most often become very uninteresting. It becomes boring. And this can make the speaker just come across as conceited. You must look for something. You must, I look at it from the perspective of courage. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is actually being able to confront fear and overcome it. So your ability to overcome fear is what makes you courageous. And if you see what they told Joshua that I started with, he said, be courageous. Be strong and be courageous. Because where you are going, there will be so many things that will create butterfly feelings in you. There are so many things that will make you wobble in your feet. There are so many things that will make you sweat in your palms. But my friend, be damn courageous. I'm telling you, without this, this tiny fear, speeches sometimes don't come out interesting. Great speakers are built in this crucible of speaking anxiety. No matter how professional you are as a speaker, you will have that tiny little butterfly feelings in your stomach. I would say the fear of speaking in public, which is also known as glossophobia, can be managed with the knowledge that all speakers feel it at some point, at varying degrees. Different people feel it at different degrees. Yes. Whether you are 2 degrees or 4 degrees or 10 degrees, or at least you have a degree. Praise God. So you must. So all you just need is to develop a thick skin against it, and then you speak. So which means you are not alone. You are not alone. So all you just need is courage. Courage. So great speakers, all great speakers around the world, they know this, but they still speak regardless of it. They all feel the same thing. Whether you have been speaking for the last 20 years or speaking for the last 40 years, you will still you must have that. It's there. So don't, because of the fear, give up. No. Don't, because of the embarrassment. Don't, because of the discouragement, give up. No. If it is the insult I have received when it comes to speaking, I would have given up long ago. If it is the discouraging outcomes that I have received speaking, I would have given up long ago. But nobody can stop you from expressing what is in your heart. If you can deal with the fear, and deal with the fear. It's all about the fear. The stage fright. So stage fright, in my own opinion, my own conclusion, is the springboard for a speaking flight. So if you must take off in a flight in your speaking adventure, you must know how to deal with stage fright. It will always be there if speaking in public is your passion. But don't just speak, develop the art of public speaking. Don't just speak anyhow. Some people just say what they like in public. You must learn it. It's an art, it's a craft. You must develop it, you must build upon it. Don't just talk anyhow. Don't just, some people, because we are pastors, we are, whatever, we don't think we need to develop the way we speak. I am not, as it were, still comfortable with the way I speak. That is why I listen to speakers. I listen to them. Apart from the knowledge they communicate, I look at their mannerisms. And I'm beginning to develop. I'm beginning to develop. Until I come again, on Thursday, where we will see a part 2. We'll continue in this public speaking, series. I want to believe that your tongue will be loosed. When John the Baptist's father, Zechariah, wrote the name John on the tablet, his mouth opened and he spoke. So there are certain things that make a creative speaker. And those are the things we're going to be exploring in this youthful and useful impact series. I believe that you have been blessed. Have a inspired day today.